Now look at me. In the last lecture, I tried to explain you that if the support starts moving on which the object is there, then how to deal with the physics or the Newton's laws of motion of that particular object. Before that, before yesterday, whatever questions we were doing, the support on which the body was kept did not move. It was stationary with earth. It was fixed with earth. So we applied Newton's laws of motion and were happy. But what happens if the support starts moving? So I tried to explain you, and definitely it's a little difficult. The theory part is difficult. So I told you, I basically tried to explain you two different ways of dealing with it. One was seeing from the earth frame. In fact, in both the cases, we were seeing from the earth frame. But in one was we actually analyzed the net component of acceleration added vectorially. And in second case, I told you about pseudo force. Pseudo force is much easier. How to apply pseudo force? Just I will tell you a brief, and today we will do questions, because doing questions only will help us to understand the concept much more. So just I will tell you, this is black. I don't like black. Yeah. So suppose this is the support in which the object is there. Now the object can be inside the support. The object can be on the support. The object can be hanging from the support. Many things can be there. Many things can be there. So in the finally, I told you about pseudo force. Pseudo force is an easy way of solving problems in which the support on which the body is there starts moving. And how to apply the pseudo force? It is very easy. Please understand. Simply apply a force in the opposite direction of acceleration. In the opposite direction of acceleration on each object having mass. On each object having mass. Massless, nothing. The force has to be balanced. On each object having mass. Suppose, let us start doing some questions based on this. I am going to do some questions based on this, and I want you all to understand. Suppose there is a lift. Suppose there is a lift. And in that lift, we have a simple attitude machine like this. This is mass M1. This is mass M2. I am going to take three cases to make you understand every possible thing. When the lift is not moving, when the lift's acceleration is 0, when the lift goes up with some acceleration A, when the lift goes down with some acceleration A. I am going to take all the three cases and explain you. Now see, when the acceleration is 0, so the lift is simply standing, so it is not moving with respect to earth. So in this case, the things become like the attitude machine is simply hanging on the earth. Nothing extra has to be done. It has to be analyzed in the same way. The tension T1 will be same. The tension will be same. The tension is same, no problem at any point. Now try to understand this. For M1, you have simply suppose M2 is given. It's given in the question. Please understand. Hello? Any doubt? Okay. It is given that M2 is greater than M1. So for M1, the M1G is acting downwards. The tension is acting upward. It will go with some acceleration A1. Let us take some A1 acceleration. Because the string is same, so the acceleration is same. So this M2G is acting downwards. Tension is acting upward. But it will go with acceleration A1. When this has acceleration 0, it is something like placed on earth only. So here you have T minus M, sorry. Here you have T minus M1G becomes M1A1, and for this we have M2G minus T1. I have called it T1. So let us use the same notation, is equal to M2A1. 2 equations, two variable, solve EG, PG. Now try to understand this. When this whole object, when this particular system which you want to analyze rests on this lift, it is hanging on this lift. So this lift is its support. It's not like flying in the space. So this lift is a support. Now this support or frame, technical word, but support is better English word. We get connected by it. Suppose it is moving with an acceleration A upward. So you can, how to analyze this? How to get the acceleration? How to get everything? EG, PG. See, you don't have to do anything. Again, you simply attach it to the earth. You simply attach it to the earth. Nothing doing, nothing doing. M1, M2. And since it is going upward, so you will have a pseudo force, M1A, acting on every object downward. Every object having mass. It is very simple. You have a support or a box or a system. If this system, this box, this support is moving with an acceleration A, simply everything inside that system has a force opposite to the acceleration of A, and the force is equal to acceleration into mass of that object. It is simple. After applying this pseudo force, now you analyze everything as you analyzed before. Now again, this mass is definitely heavier, so let us take this acceleration A1, this acceleration A1, this tension T1 pulling up, this tension T1, this tension T1. Since the whole system was going up, so to analyze it in a EG way, I simply made every object have a pseudo force downwards. That is the best way in 11th class, or generally easy way you can say, to analyze the motion of object which are dependent on a support in which the support itself is moving. Okay, so we have this. Now in this case, let us draw M1. For M1, you have M1G downwards, the pseudo force M1A, the tension T1, and its acceleration is A1. For M2, you have the M2G downwards, pseudo force M2A downwards, tension T1 upward, and acceleration A1 downward. So in this case, the acceleration is upward, so definitely force in above direction is greater than downward. So T1 minus M1G minus M1A is equal to M1A1, and in this case, the downward force is greater than upward force. That's why this is going downwards. So you have M2G minus M2A, plus minus T1 is equal to M2A1. So you have this. If the acceleration of the lift is given, you can very easily find out. Now this time, can you see the tension here and the tension here will not be same. They will be different. Now if the lift is going downward with A, you can again think it in the earth frame by how? By applying pseudo force. Now since the lift is going downward, the pseudo force is always applied in exact opposite direction, in just 180-degree direction, opposite to the motion of the frame, motion of the support, motion of the container, what you want to take. So we have M1, we have M2. It since the lift is going downward, so this will have a force M1A upward, this will have a force M2A upward. See, fixing it to the earth, definitely. On the first lecture, we studied this and we laughed because it was very easy. So let us make a separation, otherwise the equation and the body diagrams will get mixed like this. See, definitely, this is the easiest part. Now we got crazy, our minds become, what we say, curd, dahi, dimag ki dahi, that our mind become curd when we say that the support is moving. But by the use of pseudo force, it becomes easy because you simply analyze it as force. So now M1A, M2A are upward. Let us now, here we have M1, so M1G is acting downward. There will be some tension, pulling it, there will be some tension. T1, let us call it T1. So M1A acting upward, T1 acting upward, and since M2 is much greater than M1, so acceleration A1 upward. For the object M2, you have EG, PG, M2G acting downward, T1 acting upward, M2A acting upward, and A1 downward. Let us play. For this, the upper force should be greater than lower force because it is going upward. By the way, it does not matter, but okay, for starting it is. So M1A plus T1 minus M1G should be equal to M1A1. And for this, if I write down the downward force, M2G minus T1 minus M2A should be equal to M2A1. See, in every case, the tension T and the acceleration A1 will be different. But now I am trying to teach you how to solve problems in a moving frame, in a moving support, in a moving container. So we started with a simple HOD machine placed in a lift, and I considered all the cases. The lift having no motion, it is something like present on earth. Lift going upward with acceleration A, simply apply pseudo force downward and solve as you used to solve before. And if the lift is coming up downward, simply apply opposite pseudo force and solve as you solved. Now tell me, are these three and the method of pseudo force clear to you all or not?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in these three questions? Please copy. Please understand, there will be only two cases. Either the system that you are analyzing with the Newton's laws of motion is on a support which does not move, or either the system that you are analyzing is on a support which moves. As simple as that. If the support moves, apply pseudo force, finish the work. Okay. Now I have some really good questions for you. I have some really good questions for you, and I want you to do them. Whether physics, Newton law of motion, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Very good question. Now let me first see that. Okay, it is okay. Is the question visible, students?
Yes, sir.
Is the question clearly visible?
Yes, sir.
Do it. Take 5 minutes. Huh? Tell. It can be, this is digital board. We can do anything with this question. Is it visible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take 5 minutes and use the concept that I told you. Start. Let us solve this question now. See, there is a wedge with a block on it. Now what? The wedge is with this particular, the wedge is fixed with this particular lift. So wedge is the part of support. The only moving thing in this is the little block. If we look here, a particle slides down a smooth inclined plane of elevation theta, fixed in an elevator, fixed in the elevator, going up with an acceleration A0. Okay. So we have to analyze the motion. The base of the incline has length L. Find the time taken by the particle to reach the bottom. Let us assume that initially the particle was at the top. This is angle theta. Now let us try to analyze the motion of this. Now since the whole system is going with upward A0, so to analyze the motion of this small wedge, a particle slides. smooth inclined plane. The mass is not given. Let us take the mass as m. So to analyze it, what we are going to do, we will simply apply, now it is on an incline theta, so let us take a yellow line. Theta. To analyze the motion, nothing has to be done. An extra force, ma naught, will act downward. mg was already acting downwards. And normal reaction is acting upward. See, you have now only three forces. One is the gravity, other is contact, and one is pseudo. Now you analyze it normally. Now what I told you, let us combine these two forces, mg and ma naught, to form a single force, because they both are acting downwards. So what I can say, that downward comes out to be ma naught plus mg. Now we have to break down every force. We have to break down every force only along two directions. One along the plane of motion, one perpendicular to the plane of motion. So the net force downward is ma naught plus mg. Normal force is already perpendicular to the plane of motion. So this theta, this 90 minus theta, this theta. So this comes out to be ma naught plus mg into cos theta. And this comes out to be ma naught plus mg sin theta. Now there is no motion in the vertical direction. Let us take the acceleration as a1. There is no motion in the vertical direction. So these two must be balanced. That is, n must be equal to ma naught plus mg cos theta. This equation does not help in any way, but okay. And in this direction there is motion, and this force, there is only this force in this direction. So this force, that means ma naught plus mg sin theta, should be equal to ma1. So the acceleration of this along this comes out to be a plus g sin theta. Now we have to calculate how much time does the particle take. So initially we will use the velocity is 0. This length is L. So first we need to find out this length. We can very easily find out this length as cos theta. Let us call this length as x. So cos theta is based upon hypotenuse. So x comes out to be L sec theta. So how much time does it take to travel x? We will simply use s equal to ut plus half at square. So s is x, u is 0, so it is half at square. So time taken will be root 2x by a. So the time taken will be root 2 times x, 2l sec theta, whole upon a is a plus g sin theta. So this is the total time taken by the wedge, by this small block to come down. See, since we have this pseudo force, power of pseudo force, so analysis were very easy. What we simply did, we simply applied a pseudo force. The whole support was going up, so we applied a pseudo force downwards, and it worked. How many of you got this whole thing right? Did anyone got this equation right? This you have to simply apply. Since the lift was going up, so pseudo force exactly 180 degree downwards. So it will act with this. Please copy down. Now from the last thing, I am going to tell you one more thing. When you are going up in the lift, then the lift floor experiences more weight of you. Consider a person standing over this weighing machine. Consider a person standing over this weighing machine. So this particular person is standing over this weighing machine. Now when the lift has acceleration 0, Now consider this. What is the normal reaction felt by weighing machine? Consider this person, actual mass is m. Now see the weighing machine, see this person, see this person. The person is not moving. The person is still standing on the top of the weighing machine. Now this person of mass m has only two forces. In this case, mg and normal reaction. The weighing machine, consider this weighing machine. Now this weighing machine, the reading, this weighing machine is acted on by normal reaction. So weighing machine is not showing the weight, but weighing machine is showing the measure of the force felt by it. Weighing machine shows the measure of force felt by it. Now in this case, this particular person is not moving at all. So in this case, n will be equal to mg. So weighing machine reading will be mg. If this particular lift goes up with acceleration a, then in that case pseudo force will act, and the downward force will be m of a plus g, the normal reaction n. So in this case, n will be equal to ma plus mg. So the weighing machine will be reading more, that is ma plus mg. If this is coming down, then in this case pseudo force will be acting upward. This is normal, this is mg. So clearly n plus ma will be equal to mg, that is normal reaction n times g minus a. So the reading in this case will be less, that means mg minus ma. So definitely when the weighing machine, so if you are standing on the weighing machine, if the weighing machine is still, it will give you the exact correct reading. But if the lift is going upward, it will show more weight. And if the lift is coming downward, it will show less weight. Is this whole thing clear to you all? Say yes. Please copy down. Let us do one more problem on pseudo force. Now try to understand, this particular mass is there. Its support is earth. Earth is not moving, it is stationary. But these two blocks are supported on this. In turn, this is supported on this. And this moves, so this M2, M3 support, the pulley moves. Now, let us draw the free body diagram and let us analyze. Please understand first. Let us assume that this has acceleration a1. If this has acceleration a1, then this pulley is the support of this, will go down by a1. And let us assume that m2 is going upward with a2 and m3 will go downward with a3. Now this, you can consider them, you can think of them as this is in a lift. Think like this. And the lift is going downward with acceleration a1. So now let us draw the free body diagrams of each. For m1, we don't have any problem. The tension in this string, please understand, I know you all understand, the tension is this string will be taken as a T1. The tension in this string will be taken as a T2. Now try to understand each. For M1, the M1G is acting downwards, normal reaction is acting upward, T1 is acting in this direction and it has acceleration A. So these forces are balanced, N equal to M1G. These forces need to be balanced. So T1 is equal to M1A. Now if you talk about M2, this is small M2. Now this M2 is in a moving frame, and this frame is moving with acceleration A1 downwards. So what you will do, you will apply a force MA1 upward. Simple MA1 upward. And T2 is also acting upward, and M2G is acting downwards, and this whole thing is going with acceleration A2. So for this, if we write down the upward force, MA1 plus T2 minus M2G comes out to be M2A2. This pulley is massless, so about this pulley the forces should be balanced. T1 above, T2 this. So T1 is equal to 2T2. So relation between T1 and T2. How many variables do we have? We have 4 variables. T1, T2, A1, A2. So we need 4 equations. This is one equation. This is not any equation. It is just balancing. This is second equation. And this is third equation. Now again, let us analyze the mass M3. Analyzing the mass M3, M3G is acting downwards. The whole support is coming downward with A1. So M3A1 is acting upward. Here M2, M2. And tension is also acting T1. A string always pulls. So this is that. And the acceleration is A2. It's not A3. It is A2 because the string is same. So let's make a little correction. Not A3, but A2. Yeah. So it is going down with A2. It is simple to analyze. So lower force will be greater. So M3G minus M3A1 minus T1. This should be equal to M3A2. This is the fourth equation. 4 equation, 4 variables, solve and get. Did any one of you got all these things right? Please copy. Please copy. Let us solve one more problem. Let us solve one more problem based on this. Yeah, the problem is clearly visible. Let us solve it. Now again, everything is like find the mass, which says find the mass M of the hanging block in the figure, which will prevent the smaller block from slipping over the triangular block. What does it mean? Oh my God, I can't understand it. Prevent the smaller block from slipping over the triangular block. What does that mean? That means there is no relative motion between these two. That simply means this. That means the acceleration of this block should be 0. That means the forces of M should be totally balanced. Prevent the smaller block from slipping. The block is not slipping. What does that mean? That means there is no relative motion between M and M dash. They are moving as a fixed object. They are moving as a fixed object. Oh. Now I am going to analyze it, and I want you all to understand. Now see here. Tension always pulls. So let us take a tension as T. So it is T, it is T, like this. Now this is a string. So for this block, if this M dash has an acceleration A, then this M will also have an acceleration A. Now we want M, small m, to not have any acceleration. Let us see what we can do. Okay, now let us write down forces first. For this capital M, we have mg downwards. See, this capital M rests on this pulley actually. Okay, and this pulley support is not moving at all. So mg downwards, T upward, acceleration A downward. So from here we have mg minus T is equal to ma. Now let us talk about this wedge first. Wedge. This wedge. If we talk about this wedge, there is a normal reaction. There is a normal reaction. The normal reaction will act perpendicular to the surfaces in contact. So normal reaction N, normal reaction N. Now try to understand this. Yeah. Now this has M dash G downwards. This has its own normal reaction N dash upward. And there is a normal reaction N like this. Now we have to break down every force along the line of motion and perpendicular to the line of motion. Now this has acceleration A. Now this is already broken along this. So we have to break down this N. Now see, this N is at 90 degree to this. You have to break down this N only along two directions. One along the motion, one perpendicular to the motion. Please understand, this angle is theta. Every time we do this, this is not new thing that we are going to do. This is theta, the 90 minus theta, this comes out to be theta. So in the downward direction, let us use some more colors. Yellow color. In the downward direction, you will have n cos theta. And in this direction, you will have n sin theta. Every force that you write down is to be broken only along two directions. The method is so simple, so simple. Now, in the vertical direction, all the forces must be balanced. So in the vertical direction, what you have? N dash acting upward and rest acting downwards. This should be equal to m1g plus n cos theta. Now in this direction, there should be some force. Oh, we left one particular force. The tension. This T, it always pulls. Now see, now T minus n sin theta, this should be equal to m, this is m dash, so we have written m1, so not writing m1, writing m dash, should be equal to m dash a. These are the forces that we got, not m but m dash. Yes. So here we have broken down all the forces only along horizontal direction or along vertical direction. So we have these two equations. See, everything is set. Everything is set. Let us come to this. This is small mass m. This small mass is situated at an angle theta. Now what we want? The normal reaction is acting this, no other force. Mg is acting downwards, small mg. Okay, and this is placed on this. So pseudo force, small ma, should act like this. Since this is on a support and its support is moving. Now what we want? We don't want any acceleration of this. What it says, blocked from slipping. So no acceleration. It means that all the forces must be balanced. Here we have to break down every force along this and along this. So let us draw a little. You have to break down every force along this and along this. Only along two directions. No other direction. Now let us break down. Please see here. This theta, this 90 minus theta, this again theta, this again theta. So the mg component in this direction will be mg cos theta in this direction will be mg sine theta. The MA component in this direction will be MA cos theta. In this direction will be MA sine theta. Now we want everything to be balanced. So along this, how we will balance the above forces N? It is the only above force. Should be equal to the below force mg cos theta plus MA sine theta. And these forces must be balanced. That is mg sine theta should be equal to MA cos theta. Yes. Now you can find out M. So here, from here, you will get A, acceleration. So the acceleration should be, this block's acceleration should be at least g tan theta. This is the acceleration. Then it will not slip. All the forces will get balanced. Put A equal to g tan theta and get the value of M from these two equations. From this equation 1, 2 and this 3. Put and get M. Now the rest I leave to you to solve it. See, you have to analyze the forces. The questions are easy. You have to analyze, you have to use the Britishers method, divide and rule. To conquer, that is the best method. Divide the problem. Just analyze this, just analyze this, just analyze this. And writing down forces, see, the method is set. Only 2 forces are there. Now 3 forces are there. One, the gravitational force. Other, every contact has a force. Third, pseudo force. And you have to break down every force only along 2 directions. One along the motion, one perpendicular to the motion. One along the plane on which object is kept, one perpendicular to the plane. And then you have to do as the problem says. It's a very good question. Okay. Any doubt regarding this, students? Please copy it carefully. Please copy it carefully.